At 77 years old, German tourist Michael Gerson met a tragic fate on the roads of the Valparai Range when a rampaging wild elephant hurled him off course, reminding us that even in nature's most picturesque landscapes, a split-second decision can unleash a torrent of untamed, lethal fury beyond belief. How can a routine journey along a mountain pass transform into a battle for survival against an animal that has roamed these forests for millennia? Join us as we peel back the layers of this chilling mystery, seeking answers to how a blend of environmental stressors and human misjudgment culminated in tragedy. Under a fading twilight that cast eerie shadows across the rugged Ghat Road of Tiger Valley, a moment of horror unfolded that would forever scar the memory of those present. Michael Gerson, a 77-year-old traveler from Germany, had embarked on what he presumed to be a routine ride along the winding paths of the Valparai Range. The atmosphere was deceptively calm, the murmuring of distant waterfalls and the rustle of leaves whispered of nature's timeless rhythm. Yet, unbeknownst to him, destiny had orchestrated a confrontation with one of the wild's most formidable creatures. As Gerson maneuvered his motorcycle along the narrow road, his attention was drawn to the abrupt halt of vehicles on either side. In the midst of the halted traffic stood an enormous, solitary elephant, a tusked titan with eyes burning with a primal intensity. The beast, clearly agitated, blocked the way forward, its massive form silhouetted against the dimming sky. A sense of foreboding gripped the onlookers as they exchanged nervous glances, each aware that this was no ordinary encounter. Despite the palpable tension in the air, the elderly tourist, perhaps emboldened by years of adventure or an underestimation of nature's might, decided to press onward. In a heartbeat that seemed to stretch into eternity, the wild giant reacted. With a sudden explosive force, the elephant swung its formidable trunk and charged with a fury that defied expectation. The impact was devastating. Michael Gerson, caught unprepared, was violently thrown from his motorbike, his body colliding with the unforgiving ground. The sound of metal twisting and shattering blended with the creature's thunderous roar, creating a cacophony that resonated through the valley. In those few seconds, the serene landscape transformed into a scene of chaos and terror. Onlookers could only watch in stunned silence as the sequence of events unfolded with relentless speed. The elephant, its eyes now wild with aggression, continued its rampage along the narrow road, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The atmosphere was thick with disbelief, as every moment etched an indelible mark of nature's unbridled power. For those few critical minutes, time itself seemed to pause, holding its breath in the wake of a tragedy that was as sudden as it was brutal. Shocked whispers filled the air as the gravity of the moment sank in. Emergency services, already on high alert in these wildlife-prone regions, scrambled to the scene. The elderly tourist's motorbike lay abandoned on the uneven road, a stark testament to the ferocity of the attack. In the background, the natural beauty of the valley contrasted hauntingly with the violence that had erupted. Every detail, from the startled expressions of nearby commuters to the raw, unfiltered force of nature, converged into an unforgettable tableau of tragedy. In that surreal instant, the boundary between human civilization and the wild blurred, leaving behind only questions about fate, respect for nature, and the price of ignoring instinct. A lingering silence bore witness to the irreversible clash between human audacity and nature's unyielding might indeed. As the chaos subsided, those who had witnessed the harrowing incident began recounting their experiences in hushed, tremulous tones. One commuter, who had recorded the entire event on his mobile phone, later described the scene as surreal and nightmarish. "I couldn't believe my eyes," he recalled, his voice wavering with lingering shock. There was an intense silence just before the attack, as if the world was holding its breath, and then, suddenly, the roar of the elephant broke the stillness, shattering everything we knew about safety on these roads. Another witness, a local resident, detailed how the vehicles had come to a complete standstill, with passengers anxiously watching as the massive creature made its presence known. The commuter's video, which quickly went viral on social media, captured not only the sudden burst of violence, but also the palpable fear and confusion that gripped the onlookers. In the footage, the moment when Michael Gerson, defying repeated warnings, accelerated towards the animal was starkly visible, a decision that would prove fatal in an instant. The video served as a grim reminder of the unpredictable nature of wildlife encounters in regions like Tiger Valley, where the boundaries between human settlements and wild habitats are perilously thin. Experts later noted that the raw, unedited footage provided an unvarnished look at the dangers that arise when human recklessness meets the formidable instinct of wild animals. Each frame told a story of a man caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and of an elephant driven to act in defense of its territory. Authorities and forest officials have since used the video as a case study to emphasize the importance of heeding warnings and respecting the space of wild creatures. The chilling visuals and the real-time chaos encapsulated in that brief recording continue to serve as a stark warning to both locals and tourists. Nature does not forgive arrogance or haste. Local authorities have since issued stern advisories, urging travelers to exercise caution and heed the warnings of those familiar with the terrain. The incident has ignited a fervent debate among conservationists and local leaders about the delicate balance between tourism and wildlife preservation. Every pixel of that video underscores a critical lesson. Respect for nature is not optional. These stark reminders are now prompting efforts to educate the public about the dangers of venturing too close to wild animals when boundaries are indeed ignored. Human-elephant conflict is not an isolated phenomenon in Tamil Nadu. It is a recurring issue across various parts of India. In recent years, multiple incidents have underscored the increasing tensions between expanding human settlements and the natural migratory routes of elephants. Just last week, a separate incident in Assam and another in Kerala reminded the nation of the fragile balance that exists between man and nature. In some regions, elephants have attacked farmers and even locals as they encroach upon their dwindling habitats. In response to these alarming trends, forest officials and government authorities have implemented stricter measures to mitigate such encounters. For example, following the tragic attack in Tiger Valley, a temporary ban on two-wheelers was imposed on the Pollachi-Valparai Hill Road after 6 p.m. This decision was aimed at reducing the risk of sudden human-elephant interactions during the vulnerable twilight hours. Authorities have also ramped up public awareness campaigns, urging both locals and tourists to adhere to safety guidelines and respect wildlife corridors. Statistical data paints a stark picture. Since 2016, over 190 fatalities and hundreds of serious injuries have been attributed to wild elephant attacks in various Indian districts. These numbers are a grim reminder of the costs borne by communities living in the shadow of these magnificent yet unpredictable animals. Conservationists argue that these conflicts are symptomatic of a larger crisis, the relentless pace of urban expansion and environmental degradation, which forces elephants into closer contact with human populations. Furthermore, the incident in Tiger Valley has reignited debates over wildlife management policies, with experts calling for more sustainable solutions that prioritize both human safety and animal conservation. As urban areas continue to encroach upon traditional elephant corridors, the risk of such tragic encounters is likely to escalate unless comprehensive, long-term strategies are put into place. This ongoing conflict serves as a poignant example of the broader challenges facing wildlife conservation in an era marked by rapid change and competing interests. These mounting challenges are forcing a critical re-evaluation of how humans interact with nature. Balancing development with conservation is an intricate task that demands cooperation among governments, local communities, and environmental experts. Only through innovative strategies and mutual respect can this enduring conflict be resolved in a manner that preserves both human life and the natural heritage of India. Every step towards sustainable coexistence is a victory for both wildlife and humanity for a better future. As the dust settles on this tragic event, the echoes of Michael Gerson's fate resonate deeply with all who call this region home. The confrontation was not merely an isolated incident, but a symptom of broader environmental shifts and the complex interplay between nature and human ambition. Every witness, every video frame, and every sobering statistic tells a story of a delicate balance disrupted. The lessons learned here extend far beyond the borders of Tiger Valley, urging us to reconsider our relationship with the natural world. In remembering Michael Gerson, we are reminded of the dire consequences of ignoring nature's warnings. His story compels us to advocate for policies that safeguard both human lives and wildlife, ensuring that such tragedies are not repeated. As local authorities and conservationists work to implement better safety measures and sustainable practices, the hope remains that future encounters will be guided by respect and caution rather than haste and disregard. The haunting images and urgent messages from this day serve as a call to action for all of us to live in harmony with the environment, recognizing that every life lost is a stark reminder of our shared vulnerability. Thank you for joining us on this deeply moving journey into one of nature's most harrowing confrontations. The tragic loss of Michael Gerson stands as a powerful reminder of the unpredictable forces that govern our natural world. If this story has stirred your thoughts and ignited a desire to learn more about the delicate balance between human activity and wildlife, please consider subscribing for further insights into the mysteries of our planet. Your engagement not only supports our efforts to uncover and share these untold stories, but it also contributes to a broader conversation about conservation and coexistence. As you reflect on the events recounted today, we invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you ever witnessed the raw power of nature in unexpected ways? What measures do you think can be taken to prevent such tragedies in the future? We value your perspective and believe that every discussion brings us one step closer to a safer, more respectful coexistence with the wild. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on our latest documentaries. Together, we can spread awareness and foster a deeper understanding of the intricate dance between humanity and the natural world. Stay safe, remain curious, and join us again as we continue to explore the profound stories hidden within the heart of nature. Your support inspires us to keep uncovering the wonders of our wild planet every day.